Also, I don't know what the fuck EQLA's guest person was doing for this one, because you have, like, like Tara Strong, Andrea Limid, Susan Egan, like normal people, and then you turn the page and you have a NASA aerospace engineer. That is literally how they describe this person. Who invited someone from NASA to a pony convention?
I mean, any convention would potentially be better with another aerospace engineer there, so good on them.
Are they sending the horses to space?
Send the horses to space.
Send the horses to space. And with that wonderful premise for things to come, if not on this show. Hello and welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast where Ayn Wye and Keyframe wonder about random drivel.
Hello.
Hi. That when we that was
good
a
start.
Stop
good
and
start.
go. I was about to say that was a very, very hard stop and go. We came in like speeding up, crashing in a wall of silence, and that's it. That's where we ended up. Jay is here. Jay is here. More than once even. Jay brought his little Jay.
Hi.
Jay is here, the famous Jay.
JTastic has a folder Jay.
This is me and my son. Hello.
What's the name of your son, Jay?
Jay.
So is it Jay Jr.?
No, it's just Jay.
It's just Jay. Okay.
It's Jay, and then also Jay. One day he will grow to become more than a J. I don't know. Well, I don't know how that's
he'll become a capital J. He's currently just a lowercase.
Yes, the capital J.
But will he ever be J enough to inherit the Tastic Empire?
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. In the meantime, will you tell us, since it has been a hot minute, who you are, what you do, and why people should care?
It is I, JTastic. I am YouTuber, voice actor, content creator,
movie watcher,
bad movie watcher, when forced by my friends. I will have you know that before this pre-show, I was trying to watch a different movie to see if I could use that as my media, because I can't use the last movie I saw as my media.
Oh my!
I want to talk about things I like.
What do you mean? I think you've watched plenty of good content this week. Maybe some with your friend Chrissy. You know, a movie with SNL alum, which everyone loves.
A movie with George W. Bush, which everyone loves.
Everyone loves George W. Bush. Right, chat?
I have not heard anything to the contrary.
I mean, you're also not American, so...
Oh, we made fun of him all the time over here in Europe when he was still in charge.
Oh, but you just said you never heard anything of the contrary when I said that everyone loves George W. Bush.
Yeah, and I was lying, like a liar.
What?
Wow.
I can do that. I still have not found a piece of paper to write notes on for the links that I have to put in the description later on YouTube.
I mean, you could just type them in our chat.
I guess I could. That would save me a lot of paper over the years, wouldn't it?
I mean, yes.
Huh.
And then he continues to look for paper. Wait, what, is this a legit realization for you?
This is over 270 episodes. And I'm pretty sure I started taking
you have
notes.
Opened his eyes, Jesus.
No, wait, pause the entire show, bit over. Have you genuinely never thought to just write the notes in Discord?
This coming from you, who expressed multiple times that there are certain things in life you just need to have something haptic, something analog.
Look, yes, but on the same thing, I at least knew that I always had the possibility that I could do it. You just sound like you never had that cross your mind.
Kind of, yeah.
That's the shocking part.
I mean, I could even prepare it with the links, and I don't have to decipher whatever I wrote on here as my notes for what the media and everything were, and then connect
Okay,
it
we also have
to
to
the
dis-
links.
We also have to discuss what the fuck is this writing thing that you do? You turn the paper to write new notes?
Look! I don't
On
need
a
an.
s-
I
on a
don't need
sticky
an.
note?
I don't need an entire piece of paper for one episode of Awkward. So the next week, I have a new corner to use, and the next week I have a new corner to use. So I can get 8 episodes of Awkward out of one piece of paper. That's German efficiency for you. You're welcome.
Jay, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to turn your background into a courthouse because we need to send Max to court for this because this feels criminal.
I mean, on one hand, yeah, that actually does sound efficient and cool. On the other hand, I hope you recognize you sound like an insane person.
Yes, especially the part where people's evidence be of you pointing a sticky note to the fucking camera and turning it.
So Jay, what have you been up to recently?
So now he talks about German efficiency.
It feels like the most unhinged Planeteer, like Captain Planeteer, like PSA of a way to save paper is just writing like that.
Turn and turn and turn and turn and turn until eventually
The
you're just
power
scribbling
is
on scribbling.
yours.
The more you know.
Oh god, the next step is to just put whiteout over the entire sticky note after you're done with all the notes in that,
No.
and right on top of the dried
I mean,
whiteout.
that would save maybe a little bit of paper, but I don't even want to know what goes into the production of whiteout. I cannot imagine that this amount of whiteout
It's liquid
would...
paper. Whiteout is the brand name of liquid paper, like corrector liquid.
Yes.
Yes.
Liquid paper.
Have you guys never read a whiteout bottle? It says liquid paper on it.
Yeah, that's nice that it
No.
says this on it, but just because it says liquid paper, as far as I know, it's a
What's
it's
in
a thick white
whiteout?
paste.
Ingredients in whiteout.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Ah, God, I don't want to read science things. What are the ingredients of
I'm
whiteout?
looking at so many whiteout things and none of them say liquid paper. You're making this up.
I am not making this up.
I mean, I believe
I think
that
you're
one
crazy.
brand wrote this on here there as an advertisement slogan, as a marketing thing. Like, oh, it's like liquid paper, because those whiteout companies are very hip with the kids, I've been told.
Okay, correction
kids, I
paper
mean
is
30
usually an
year olds.
opaque white fluid applied to paper to mask errors in text.
Yes.
It is usually made. It's made of latex, like
Yeah.
most things. It's a polymer and titanium dioxide, which is what makes things white. Titanium dioxide is often seen in paint.
So yeah.
I mean, that
So-
corrector fluid is basically paint.
Yes.
What's wrong with paint?
Paint. Most paints are not biological decomposable, while paper is.
You mean biodegradable?
Yeah, that one, whatever. Not my first language. But point being, deflection on both our ends aside. Oh no, they found the button again. Anyways, this is not distracting.
What are you talking about?
You don't see it. You don't see it. Say, found
Oh,
the
what, the
button.
hearts?
Oh, the hearts. Anyways, here's the thing. It was funnier when it was actually showing up on screen. Now I'm literally the only person who is annoyed by it, and it's probably you right now. Your hands are both there, so it's somebody in the audience. Anyways, I can keep working without being distracted. Thank you.
The
I
biggest
feel less
takeaway from this
bad for
tangent
being-
is me just thinking, what do you think whiteout tastes like?
It doesn't taste good.
Speaking from experience, I see.
So Jay, what have you been up to recently?
Good deflection. Okay.
No, okay.
Welcome
Is it
to the
really-
Awkward Cast, where Ayn Wye and Keyframe deflect random dribble.
I just what Ayn Wye and
Oh wait, the
Keyframe.
D is at the very
It
end,
would
right?
be the
okay,
podcast, which
Awkward.
Welcome to the Awkward Cast, where Ayn Wye and Keyframe do random deflections. There we go.
Ugh. Doesn't roll off the tongue. But like,
Because
but
the
no,
original
look,
title
You mean
does?
you mean like how whiteout rolls off the tongue?
it doesn't roll off the tongue. It kind of just sticks onto it until you know kind of go like, eh.
You are an expert on this. Duly noted.
I don't judge me. What? Judge. I like that the way that this seems. It makes it sound like you guys think that I did this as an adult. I I
mean-
was a child. Children put random things into their mouths.
Key, look at it this way. At the very least, you are not Bluey.
I am not
Hey,
Bluey.
hey, what's he doing here again?
She.
What are you dancing to? There's no music.
the beat of her life. JTastic.
But look, now we're gonna get a question during the Q&A, which is like, what is the most inedible thing that you have eaten throughout your life? I would like to think the qualifier would probably be when you were a child and you were stupid, but people are gonna be like, no, you must have eaten an inedible thing when you were like 22. Don't tell me you didn't try to eat a battery.
I mean, I was in college. I was drunk a lot, so I probably did, but I can't remember. That's my alibi, and you can't prove me wrong.
That's more concerning. I'm at least cognizant of the things that I have eaten.
But therefore,
I'm better
I mean,
than
you might be, but then again, you're losing the excuse of not having been inebriated while doing it. Talking about cheers.
You're drinking water.
Psst, don't tell the audience.
Is that the bad substance that you were drinking? Is that going to be your bad answer?
No.
I
but,
drink water.
So,
God,
Jay, what are you up to these days?
I've gotten back into the Mega Man series.
Oh, wait,
Ooh.
jumping immediately to media?
This isn't my media. I'm just saying
it's just
in
life.
general. Yeah, this is just what I'm doing nowadays.
Living the media.
Mega Man is life.
Mega Man is life. My life right now.
Mega Man is love.
Look, just saying, I know what Jay's day job is. It's better than that Mega Man is life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say out loud to the audience what Jay's day job is. I'll just put it in the chat so Max knows.
I live an interesting life with interesting things in it.
So, yeah, I can see where the Mega Man thing is coming in if your day job is assistant in Dr. Wily's robot factory.
Hey, don't dox me. Don't dox me.
Ah, damn it.
Hey,
I
you don't
screwed
see us
up again.
doxing your day job, Max.
Which one are you talking about?
We you know, look, I don't want your boss to go all boss mode on you, you know. Throwing fireballs and throwing you into pits of lava.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
11.
God forbid we tell the rest of the internet that you're a cattle herder. Well, who said that? Well, my cattle.
Yeehaw!
Huh? He actually just lives on a farm.
I don't even have internet.
It's like Big City Greens, where there's just a farm in the middle of Berlin. Just all this industrial city and one farm.
The thing is, like, this is actually a TV feed that I sent over the TV wavelengths to my buddy in the big city, and the buddy is actually feeding it to the internet now.
You know, that just sounds like how Canned Cream used to be on the show before they got their internet fixed. But Jay, how are you enjoying Mega Man?
Oh right, Jay is
I-
talking about his week.
I've been really enjoying it. I'm currently on. Well, I recently finished Mega Man 8, which is really good, except for the parts where you have to ride on a snowboard. those parts make me want to find whoever created Mega Man in Capcom and punch them in the face, because those were not play tested. Those weren't fun.
I'm trying to think what was the last time I played a Mega Man game. It's been a while. I think the last Mega Man game I played was Mega Man X.
Those are solid. I still need to get into those. I'm playing all the classic ones, and then I go into the X series.
I mean, we have all the classic ones here because Golden loves Mega Man, and I hear him playing it a lot on the TV. But you know, I never liked the classic Mega Man games. I mean, Mega Man X is just more solid, I think, gameplay wise. But and then they got worse. But you know. But so has your life just been wake up, go to work, Mega Man?
Yes, when it's not, wake up, go to work, play Yakuza.
Or wake up, go. Oh.
Because I basically spent the entirety of last year binge rushing, speed running through the entire Yakuza series just so I could get ready for the latest game to come out. From 2 all the way to 8.5 and all those spin-offs.
Yes, just so you could play Yakuza before Gerber was able to buy it. So you could be like, look what I have and you don't.
Exactly, I had to stun on him.
It's
proving
just
my
so
superiority 24/7 by binge rushing out like video games that usually last maybe 120 hours.
Not with Jay.
Not with Jay. No.
That's some German efficiency right there.
Exactly.
Oh, and for all we know, behind this VTuber, Jay is a German man.
Just
behind this VTuber, it's
pale as me. Exactly. I'm very good at ventriloquizing.
That'd probably be bad, but it's fine.
Oh, I mean, the other thing.
I'm out on the farm without internet, but I can stream 2 people at the same time.
Given the fact that Jay is on call every night playing Marvel Rivals with me and Gerber, there is some. When do you sleep?
Yes.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, that's the other thing that's been taking up, well, both me and Jay's lives is just get up, live life, play Marvel Rivals at night. And now Jay has his new fucking wife in the game.
Emma Frost is a lot better than you think, man. I'm getting insane kills off of her.
You're getting insane off of her, all right.
Oh, baby, it's crazy.
Oh my.
Long live the White Queen.
She is.
You are the only person. You are the only person in this call who's allowed to say that.
I mean, but that is what Emma Frost calls herself.
I mean, okay, she can get away with this too.
I mean, she also says in the game, I've had enough Black Kings in my day. And it's like, that doesn't sound right, Emma. I know what you're referring to. But that doesn't sound right. Also, I was trying to find a picture of what Emma Frost looks like in Marvel Rivals to give the audience a bit of reference of why Jay, is down bad for her. Want to shout out what I think is a YouTube thumbnail I found, which just kind of looks like someone self-inserted themselves into interviewing this fictional woman.
And I believe the crown is probably not there it has slightly different graphics,
No. Yeah, no, but
little crowny there.
Here you go. This is a better picture. I mean, she is a design. They knew what they were doing.
I mean, I've heard that this is basically an ongoing trend in Marvel Rivals, that most of those characters are quite designed.
Yes, but Emma's a different type. That woman, is designed with the thighs of tree trunks.
I was about to say, that is my... I mean, it's still... What's it
There are
called?
more polygons in her thighs than there are in the entirety of Halo 1.
Also, like, I mean, they also especially know what they're doing with Emma because her one of her alt skins is the I think X Revolution Uncanny X-Men skin. And skin is the qualifying word here. She might as well be naked. Like, I don't know if I should link what that skin looks like
I mean, you
because
can
I
link
don't
it. I can be the gatekeeper to be like.
yeah, I mean, here you go. I like that is
Yeah.
yeah. People can
Yeah.
look it up. You have the internet. Anyways, Jay instalux this character every time we get into the game, so no one else can get Emma Frost.
If I don't do it, someone else will, man.
He took Iron Fist, which used to
But-
be his main, and be like, I don't want to play with you anymore, and dropped
Jay-
him into the garbage can.
Jay. You're missing the big point. You're looking at it too three-dimensional. If you play her, I mean, it's nice. No, I believe it's a third-party game, so right? Not third-person game. Sorry, it's a third-person
yes,
game.
it's like it's Overwatch, yeah.
Exactly. So Emma has the booty so you can see it right in front of you. But if you let an opponent play Emma, you can have her. You can have them make her step on you.
Well, the opponents can play as the characters you play too.
Oh.
It is, again, like Overwatch, where, it's not locked to one person. He is killing Emmas as much as the Emmas are killing him. So, But I do love that she is the only girl tank in the game right now. Wait, no, is Penny a tank, Jay?
Penny is a tank. Like, she's always
don't-
in the robot. This is the
Yeah,
only
she's
girl
always in
tank
the-
that you can see 24/7.
This is the only woman tank.
This is a woman.
So, but yeah, media for Marvel Rivals, I take it. Also, you might have unplugged Key.
No, we were
Oh,
just
no,
talking.
okay, you're there. Okay, sorry, you're still there.
No,
This is a casual conversation.
This is a casual conversation.
We're discussing very important things about Marvel Rivals. The real meta.
She'll never be Jeff the Shark. Jeff the Shark is the true GOAT.
I don't want to know what they'll do with Rogue. I do.
No, I mean, I don't. But I'm just waiting for Gambit. The girl players deserve some eye candy too. Damn it.
You got your eye candy in the thing.
No, I don't.
Don't you have Cyclops?
What do you mean? What's wrong with the thing?
No, Cyclops is not in the game yet.
Oh.
Also, no. I am a Gambit lover.
What about
I need.
Wolverine?
Wolverine does look good in the game, and he's voiced by Steve Bloom, so that is a plus. But he's short. I don't want it. I need tall eye candy. Damn it.
That's the only problem with Wolverine. He's short.
Yes, the only problem with Wolverine is short, and Mr. Fantastic looks like he hasn't taken a shower in many days.
Probably hasn't. Let's be real.
He probably hasn't. And Namor is Namor. Iron Fist just looks like he's always mewing, which is just kind of like, that is a turn-off of the century. Winter Soldier wears a mask half the time. The Punisher, to jock bro, probably has a Facebook account with sunglasses looking down in his car vibes.
Human Torch.
Human Torch actually is fine. Human Torch is fine. I mean, he's on fire most of the time, though. So
Turn it off.
yeah. Anyways,
Everyone
Jay-
enjoying
Jay-
this Marvel Rivals Smasher Pass starring Chrissy.
What about to say? Here's the updated graphic for... You guys can still figure out whose media this is.
No, my media
Communal
is what
media.
we. No, see, my media is what we watched for Bad Movie Night on Friday. Jay, what is your media? What is your actual media? We will put Marvel Rivals away.
The media that I suggested is the live-action Cutie Honey movie.
A live-action Cutie Honey movie.
Yes, for those of you
Oh,
who
oh
may not.
no! I believe I already found it. I just
For
put
those
in.
of you who don't know, Cutie Honey is a manga and anime created by Go Nagai, the creator of Devilman. It's all about a silly little girl, aka just an awesome android who can transform into things and fights things, magical girl style.
Yeah.
Fight evil demon girls. She's also a Catholic. Very important.
Very important.
I hope I found the right one there. Does this look about right?
Yep, that's the one.
Excellent.
The movie is
Oh.
The movie is very fun. It's just straight up a tokusatsu, like Kamen Rider and stuff. And all of the battle stuff is directed exactly the same way that the anime looks. And it's really fun and really goofy.
So it's tongue in cheek. It doesn't try to be more than it is.
No, of course not. It knows what it is and it embraces it.
Damn.
Well, that's good because look at this.
So they made a new live action? No, this shit is from like 2000.
Wait, and those effects are also in it? Just like
Yes.
that?
Exactly like this.
That's awesome.
It's a really great movie. I love it.
Oh wait, I need to now save this message somewhere. Oops, didn't think this through.
What are you doing?
Taking notes
Aren't
in
you-
Discord.
I mean, there's a
But yeah,
share button right under, like right in the video, like when you scroll down a little
Would have
bit, you can just
probably
click that to
been
get the
easier.
link.
But yeah, this CGI did not work as well as others.
Yeah, there
Oh,
are some
this-
parts that
this
are
is so
kind of
charming.
rough, but at the same time, it really does just add to the beauty of everything.
It's so charming. Like the costumes and everything just make me think of those stage show versions of Sailor Moon.
Yeah, it's basically got the same vibe.
Oh, that's great.
I highly recommend it. You could find it on the whole thing on YouTube.
When I just Googled it, I found it. And I was like, oh no, that is 1.5 hours long. I guess it's not the trailer.
It is a much better movie than what Chrissy was going to suggest. Chrissy's going to be talking
Is
about.
going to talk about it, yeah.
Well, like I want to save mine for last. You know,
Really?
I
Okay.
think like I want to punctuate all this with the same level of quality we're all talking about today. But Jay, who do you think wouldn't like Cutie Honey? And also follow up question: Do you think someone has to watch the anime to like get it, or can you watch this isolated, like even if you haven't watched anything Cutie Honey ever?
Oh no, you could totally watch this isolated. Like it's basically just its own thing. And as to people who would not like it, people with bad taste who can't appreciate beautiful, goofy CGI.
Yeah, those people probably don't watch this show, so we're good.
Good. You all seem like you have taste, y'all in chat. Go. This is your homework. Go.
Well, there you go. Max, you start talking about your movie. I will be right back.
I don't know if it's a movie, so
I thought you
Do
were
you
going to
know-
talk about Pretty. I
was
thought you were
torn
going to talk
between
about
two.
Pretty Cat movie.
I was torn between two media.
Well, okay, you had time to pick one.
I needed to
Flip a
listen.
coin.
How about Cutie Honey?
You had the time to pick one while me and Jay were yapping about Marvel Rivals.
But I needed to provide the visuals. My curse.
One
as a
visual.
producer. Yeah,
One picture.
yeah, and I need to be.
He's doing so much work, Chris.
Thank
You have to
you.
understand.
Thank you. Finally,
Alright,
I
well,
get the recognition that I deserve.
Well, pick your media. I will be right back.
Okay, and by pick my media, I will now ask chat, so I can either talk about the Flow movie, the one with the cat, or about a beautifully messed up Netflix show from Australia. What shall it be? Let's see if we get a vote in before Chrissy returns. And by vote, I mean type it, because I theoretically, I believe I can make polls.
Yeah, you could make a poll if you so wanted. But it'd have to be a real quick poll.
Yeah, wait, where are polls? There's no pop-out chat is not a poll. It's a plus symbol, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. Start a poll. Yes and no are the answers. That is perfect. Flow and show. Make it as potentially confusing as possible. Okay. Let's see. I don't want to be spoiled on Flow. Okay, I see. Oh yeah, 100% of all people want to hear about the show. Not 100% anymore. Oh.
Yeah, but the show is still in the lead.
Okay, but 71%. That is how did we manage 71%? Like, how many people need to have voted to give us those numbers? That's curious. Also, Jesus, I only just now noticed that this is showing up in.
Yep.
Why? This is horrible.
I don't know, man. This is your chat.
How do I get?
Can you vote?
I guess I could vote, but which one would I vote for? It's currently show is still in the lead, right? So if I make it flow, then we are basically back to 0. Does it now disappear again? No, yeah, there. Okay, it disappeared. Excellent. No, it did not. Okay, we are at perfectly 50%. Key would be so pissed when she comes back. Yeah, but I have no idea how many people are watching. We probably already got a vote from everybody. Oh no, Key's back.
That poll looks awful.
I know. And it's also stuck at 50-50.
It's just there and it's not leaving.
I guess I can
Wait,
close.
it's stuck at what?
At 50-50.
Hold on.
You see on the screen?
It doesn't
No.
No, on the screen you don't see that it's 50-50, sadly. And I think I have to end the poll to make it disappear from the screen. This integration is not optimized, just saying.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
So yeah. But
what is the second choice? I see flow. What's the second word?
Show.
Show?
Yeah, flow or show.
Okay. Show. I pick show. I am the tiebreaker.
Heather! Okay, has it disappeared? Yes, it has disappeared. Whew! Close call. So yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I don't have much to say about it. It's pretty movie. Ending confused me. That's all I can say. So go watch. Good movie. Okay, now for the show. I might have talked about it before, but I just earlier today finished the second season, and I'm not sure. I remember that I was weirdly, or not just me.
Is this the gay show?
It's very gay. This show is so queer.
You've talked about this show on the podcast before.
I believe I did, but it was for the first season, and I don't know if the second season takes it to a different level, or if it's just if I'm just coming off of new hype and enthusiasm for it, because I just watched it because second season is just so hype and ends on I mean, a lot of drama, but also bangers. Okay, to explain this show, since it must have been ages since I talked about it. So it's an Australian show. It's apparently, as we found out, a remake of a show that already existed ages ago. But there must be a ton of modernizations in it, because it's often enough centering around modern issues. The characters are like, I'm not sure if there's a single non-queer character in the entire ensemble. It's about this high school full of mid to end 20-year-olds, as you do. But given what those kids are getting up to, it's probably for the best. No, why is Emma Frost still in here? I had a picture prepared. Yeah, and Emma Frost is in it for some irresplicable reason.
Hey, man, she's a teacher. It kind of works.
Yeah, see? It all comes together. No, but... so, yeah, it's... centered around this mostly out of one class kids of this really, really fucked up high school. This is like I don't think or believe that I don't know what those Zoomers are actually up to in high school these days. I just really hope that's not a realistic depiction, not even of Australian high schools. Because the entire show kicks off with two friends having drawn a giant relationship chart with who had with whom and whatnot in the school hallway.
That's
And
weird. That's a weird thing for someone to do.
I know. And this is just the start. So, as a consequence of that, an extra educational class gets established for everybody whose name is on that board. To teach them about sexuality, about body, about whatnot, and they somehow ended up giving this entire extra class a name that acronym ends up being sluts. And the teacher who is hosting this and the school principal are both like, why is it called sluts? And a new kid just enrolled that day in the school, due to a mix-up in names, gets sent to that class and is now sitting there with all those sexual delinquents, and he is just the goodest of good boys in human form. And this is just the first episode of the first season. The show also has some like real drama. I would say it's maybe classified as a comedy, but it also has so much drama and messed upness going on.
So a dramedy.
Yeah, that it's at the end of the day qualifies a little bit more of it's not a feel-good show. It's a show you need to be in the right mood for to watch. But it's like a show that has phenomenal representation. About minor spoiler for the first season. Again, there's a very awesome second season. So one of the main cast, Quinny, is autistic, and she is like running around highly masking. But at some point the mask breaks and she has to explain the experience. And about the queerness, the queerness has so much representation, it's insane. This show is woke as fuck. Let's put it like this. So who should watch this show? People who are not me about this kind of content and can enjoy a good dramedy. Who should not watch the show? I guess people who are overreactive to that kind of stuff and can't take
I
that
think
kind of
overreactive
content.
is the wrong word. I think sensitive to that type of content could also be a valid thing, because sometimes even if people who are part of those demographics, sometimes especially if it's a show that does have those kind of it gets real kind of moments, it's not what they want to consume, because media usually is for escapism.
Right.
Yeah. As I said, it's
I just feel
definitely not
like
a feel-good show.
overreactive and sometimes kind of demeans the people if they do just have a genuine
No, that's a very fair point. Yeah, for those kind of people, it's also... I mean, I was thinking of a particular kind of people. But yeah, it's a fair point that, of course, somebody who...
given some of the warnings that Denim just put in the chat, I feel like overreactive is especially a bad term to use.
Yeah.
And that's season 1.
That is season
Jesus.
1.
I have to ask, please tell me that the actors are older than 18?
Again, mid to end 20.
Okay, good.
I believe the youngest cast members are in their early 20s.
Okay, good. I'm just checking. Sometimes that's not the case on a Netflix thing, as we have learned over the years. So, just checking.
Yeah. But when we looked up the ages, we were more like, okay, we assumed that they were all actual adults, But they turned out a lot older. So some of them pull the teenagers off very well, where it's like,
I mean,
oh,
isn't that the whole trope name of Dawson casting? Because all the Dawson Creek actors were actually much older than teens when Dawson's Creek came
I
out.
guess so, something like that. But yeah, it's
I mean, oh no, I was gonna say, I'm just saying because about like, oh wow, this person can pull off a teenager. Uh, I was watching Ferris Bueller the other day, and I looked up like facts about the movie because that's what I do, and I was like, so how old were the actors when they did Ferris Bueller? Because they all look like teens. The guy who played Cameron was like 33 when they were filming the movie, and I'm like, what? He looks like a baby.
Golly.
I mean, and also like fucking Matthew Broderick was also like in his late 20s, and I'm like, he looks like a fucking baby in Ferris Bueller. It's just like, what the hell? The youngest actor was the oldest sister, which is the weirdest thing. That fucked with my head a bit. I was like, no, 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 no. Uh, but no. So Heartbreak High on Netflix, 2 seasons.
2 seasons so far, and basically, it doesn't actually end on a cliffhanger per se, but yet we were like, come on, there must be more. There is more to be told. This ended on such a crazy point. Is a season 3 confirmed? And yeah, they just wrapped up recording. So
Yippee!
third season to come. But yeah, not a feel good show.
It's a feel show.
It's a feel show. It's a feel show, definitely. And yeah, as you pointed out very correctly, it's the type of feel that not everybody wants to or needs to have in their life. But
what's with your shows recently where it's like it's a good show, can't recommend it.
Can't recommend. On that note, if you pick up the pit, and unless you drop out early on, once you committed to decent amount, sit it through to the end. It ends off a little bit of a cathartic note. But if you're
but
already,
again, if you don't want to watch a foot get degloved, don't
then
watch it.
Exactly. It's not a show I can recommend, except it's a fantastic show. Heartbreak High is a fun show. The Pit is a fantastic show. But
Wait,
again,
and then you have Ted Danson's Dementia Land, and that's just a.
Oh yeah.
What the hell are you watching, man?
No, it's a good show. Like
yeah, absolutely. A Man on the Inside.
Yes, so Man on the Inside is made by the same people who made A Good Place. Another show that is good and will make you feel bad. But like it's I just to pull the curtain back of a conversation me and Max had like the next day after Awkward was me messaging him and being like, Max, I watched Man on the Inside.
I literally hours before told her not to.
It was so good though, and it was just like, oh god, but it's so good though, and it's like, I know. And then like a half hour later, he messages me being like, jokes aside, you doing okay? And I'm like, I guess. It is a great show though.
I come back as my twin brother Steve.
I just like, it's a great show. Just have some tissues, and maybe if you have a good relationship with your parents, call your mom and dad afterwards. Tell them you love them. just be like, hey, how you doing?
Like, one of those.
Oh yeah, it's one of those. It's a show that is bad for those who love their parents, and also the exact opposite. Anyway, also just something to follow up from last week's show. I took him out of his packaging.
Yeah.
This is the Lupin that Max did not like. He did not like this face.
What's wrong with this face?
What's wrong with this little man?
What indeed? Where even to start?
I mean, I know that he also, him and Gerber in particular, did not like the feet of this thing.
There's so much wrong.
What is wrong with it? It
He's
just looks
doing
like
the cat
Super
3
Monkey.
mouth.
He just looks like the Super Monkey Ball Man. Like,
Exactly.
he's... What? Yes, also Max doesn't... Jay, just to let you know, this may change your opinion of Max. He does not like the monkey from Super Monkey Ball.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm German.
I feel like there are Germans who like Super Monkey Ball.
That's the rumor. We made them up to
That's a
appear more approachable on the international community, but
So what I'm hearing is that Germans just hate monkeys as a species. They're not in the zoos. Just no monkeys. No monkey business.
I mean we have some
That's why.
animatronics again for the
That's why you don't like monkeys. Germans don't like monkey business.
yeah, not very efficient.
It's not very efficient. But I mean, if you put enough monkeys in a room, they'll write Shakespeare.
That's how the saying goes. That's literally how it says. No, it just needs to be enough
If you
monkeys.
put enough of these guys in a room, they'll write
no,
Shakespeare.
if you put enough of those in a room, they steal every manuscript from Shakespeare.
If you put enough of these in a room, they'll write Cowboy Bebop. Anyways, I guess it's my media, isn't it?
Yeah, apparently.
Yep.
You're holding back there. You're holding out on us.
Okay, so
Uh-huh.
I've been starting a new thing.
Oh no.
I've been slowly getting back into streaming because, you know, life in the life of Chrissy health-wise has been less than stellar, but that's why VTubing is so accessible and makes life a bit easier because you don't need to be on camera. And one of the things that I have done is that I have recruited Jay to be my fellow co-watcher, the Siskel to my Ebert, if you will, for movie nights. And this was the first one where we let my Discord server vote. Now, none of the choices were good. Because the choices were Master of Disguise, the US version of Dougal with Jimmy Fallon in it, Thumbelina, and the Filmation Pinocchio movie with James Earl Jones in it. For a while, it was tied between Dougal and Master of Disguise, and then one person on the very last minute voted for Master of Disguise, so that's what we watched. A movie that I have not watched since I was living in New York, so I was single-digit aged. My next-door neighbor had a VHS tape of it. And a movie that Jay never watched before. Because he wasn't... He was a baby when it came out. And so me, Jay, and our friend Spade watched this movie. Now let me say, the stream, very fun. I think Jay said it best. That it was like one of the worst movie experiences he's ever had. So what is this movie about? I'm not going to not spoil this movie. It's been around since 2002. If you haven't watched it yet, good. Your life is better. So the plot of the movie.
Big fan of all the people saying, no, I voted for Dougal. I didn't want this to exist.
I voted for Dougal. No. So this movie is about Pistachio Disguisey. That's his real name. He is part of a family called the Disguises who, ever since they lived in Sicily, just have this power to pull off really good disguises and do espionage work and spy work. And his dad gets kidnapped by Data from Star Trek to help steal things to put on black market eBay. That is what the website is called. So Pistachio has to learn how to be a good disguiser. And then the movie is just vignettes from there of just, hey, you know Dana Carvey from Wayne's World at SNL? You know how he could just do a bunch of impressions? That's the movie. It's just him in costumes doing impressions. It's so 2000s. It hurts. It is not a movie. It is not a movie. It is a movie in length and a 3-act structure, I guess. But it's not a movie. It's so bad. There were so many moments where me, Spade, and Jay were like, what the fuck is happening in this movie? And, like, it's so bad that the one joke we consistently laughed at was Data from Star Trek doing an evil laugh and farting afterwards and just looking very upset. It's not a good joke, but your mind rots while watching this movie.
I want to say it's like 20-ish minutes in that you just see Dana Carvey do brown face.
Oh yeah, he
we
just
even saw it in the
accent.
trailer.
Yes. Okay. I have to explain this scene, not to defend it, but to just explain how it gets worse. So he's dressed up as stereotypical Indian man, prosthetic knows it all, and this is when they explain what I can only say is the disguisey version of midichlorian powers, in that there is the secret to being a good master of disguise is this electro field around you called Energico, which sounds like a bad Italian energy drink that makes you just click into the character you're disguised as. And Pistachio just keeps saying, I'm not a different person, I'm a different person. And then he suddenly just does one of the most stereotypical Indian accents you've ever heard of, the most Apu, hello, have a good day kind of thing. And charms a snake. That's it. Also, the main thing with this movie is that so many of the scenes just keep going and no one told them to cut. Like, I think there was a point near the end of the movie where we were like, when does it stop? It just keeps going.
I think one of those points was the credits, because Jesus Christ, that credit sequence was so long.
The credits were just a sizzle reel of Dana doing impressions, and then 2 bloopers, and then like 2 deleted scenes, and then we're like, okay, it's over. And then there's a post-credit scene where fucking Mini-Me from Austin Powers comes out of a robot and dressed as Mario and chases Dana Carvey. And then he's like, oh, okay, it's over now. Fades back in with Dana Carvey and Mini-Me being like, now we're friends now. Why are you still here? Go home, bye-bye, bye-bye. Fades out. Mini-Me says, no, I want to say goodbye. Fades back in, it's like, leave! I want to go home! It's such a bad movie. I don't remember it being as bad as this. But it's
There's a part that like just broke me. My hands are on my hand. My hands are on my head, on my desk, just begging. What is this?
It was, yeah, I know the scene. Like, it is literally just Data from Star Trek running and evil laughing and then farts 5 times, and Jay just said in the most genuine voice I've ever heard him say, I hate this movie. It was the most genuine, I'm not having a good time, I hate this movie. It was, the one funny bit was that we kept making a joke about the Pistachio's dog dying, and there's just a scene where Pistachio's dog just fucking is standing there and flops on the ground so hard you hear a thud, and it's like, oh my god, the dog is fucking dead. It's such a bad movie. It's so bad. And there's weird Freudian shit in it too, because they keep commenting on women's butts in the movie, as in like Italian men like big asses, and they were constantly body shaming the only woman actor in the movie because she does not have a giant ass like his mother, which is the weird thing, because he's like, why don't you have an ass like mama? And it's like,
why are you so booty deficient?
And that is an actual line for the fucking movie. And this is a woman that falls in love with the damn guy. which is the
Yeah, they
most
get married.
unbelievable thing on the planet. Yes, they get married. But just
Jay
like,
must have
oh
blacked
my,
out for that moment. It was too painful to admit to his memory.
I wish
It's-
I blacked out for any of this movie.
it's so bad. There was like one thing that I genuinely laughed at, and it was the Pistachios talking to a kid, and like the kid says that he doesn't have a father. What was it, Jay? Was it Papa deficient as well?
You're a Papa deficient.
And that fucking killed me. I want business cards that say Cosmic Keyframe, actor, artist, Papa deficient. That is the... It was so dumb. This whole movie is fucking stupid, mind you. And like, and you would think that it would be so stupid that it circles back to being funny in a so bad it's good way.
No.
It doesn't.
It's not a circle, it's a straight line.
It's a Mobius strip, because every time you think it's about to go to be funny, because maybe there's one good line, it just gets bad again. I'm saying this with full sincerity as someone who loves shitty movies. I will never watch this movie again. This may be the single worst thing that an SNL person has ever done, and there's 2 SNL guest hosts who have killed people. This thing killed Dana Carvey's career, which was the saddest fact, because we look up trivia of these bad movies after we watch it. This thing, there was a paragraph that just said that before this movie, Dana Carvey had his show tanked. He had a botched heart surgery. He had to sue the place that did his botched heart surgery. And then this movie flopped, so he didn't get work for such a long time. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Who in heaven hates Dana Carvey? And also, I think my favorite thing that someone pointed out to me on the DVD cover, it says Brent Spiner, who's Dana from Star Trek. And they list his credit as Star Trek Nemesis. And if you know Star Trek things, Star Trek Nemesis should not be the thing you're credited for if that's supposed to be a selling point. And on the TV Tropes page, it says Brent Spiner had slightly better luck in acting, but this in Star Trek Nemesis didn't help. And I'm like, oh no. Usually I recommend watching these bad movies because, you can point and laugh. Don't.
I don't recommend this to anybody.
Go
this
watch
movie is
Dougal.
torture.
Go watch Dougal. I genuinely the best part about the whole experience was watching it with chat, because there was like 2 responses that was always great, which was everyone saying, "Hey, I voted for Dougal. You can't blame me," and "Oh, thank God, ads." And then being upset when someone gifted them a sub, which means they didn't get ads, so they watched the movie uninterrupted. And, okay, there is one more bit about Master of Disguise that is worthy of talking about, and that's... So on September 11, 2001... Jay, I need to take a little break from talking. Can you talk about the 9/11 turtle thing?
The Master of Disguise came out in 2002. They were developing it around 2000, 2001. There is an infamous scene in the movie where he's dressed up as a turtle, the turtle man going to the turtle club.
The middle of the poster, yes.
Yes, the turtle guy there. That scene was filmed on 9/11. So, the bro got the news about the Twin Towers getting hit while he was in the costume. And then they later had to, change the date because...
They delayed so he was in costume, ready to film, and then the towers got hit, and they're like, okay, we need to delay filming. So, 11 days later, terrible number, by the way, they resumed filming, but they did a moment of silence.
They had to do
set.
a moment of silence.
And he was in full turtle outfit. I love love thinking about pieces of media that were filmed while tragedies were happening. Because it's just kind of like, yeah, what the fuck do you, like, how do you exist knowing I was doing this, dressed as this, when people were dying? You know, it's like how the fact that they were recording an episode of Sesame Street when the Challenger blew up. Like, that has to be, like, the most surreal experience in the world, right? It's so bad. I thank it for giving me a good Friday night with my friends Jay and Spade. But that's all I can give it. Go watch Wayne's World. Go watch a good Dana Carvey thing. Please. Because this is not excellent. Like, it's not good. Anyways, Art of the Week.
Art of the Week.
Wait, hold on. Magical Dude asked, what's the Challenger? Wait, is the Challenger not a widely known thing?
I know what the Challenger is. It's a spaceship that went kaboom when going up.
Yes, you know. Yes, okay, yes, Magical Dude. The Challenger was a space shuttle that had, like, teachers and shit in it. And it was going to have, like, the first school teacher in space and all that. And it blew up as it was taking off. And the fun fact about that is Big Bird was supposed to be on the Challenger flight, but they didn't get him there because the suit didn't fit. Which is why I think the fact they were filming an episode of Sesame Street when the Challenger blew up must have been the most sobering experience on the planet.
I guess we know who did it. Somebody who really wanted to be on there but wasn't allowed to.
I mean, thank God Big Bird wasn't on there. How do you explain to your kid that Big Bird died?
Can you imagine the alternate reality where Big Bird blew up in the Challenger?
I mean, who says that it would have blown up if he would have gotten his seat? Just saying.
I don't need to hear the Big Bird conspiracy for the Challenger.
There is something evil behind those eyes.
I mean, he was the only one who could see Snuffleupagus for so many years.
You see what I'm saying?
Snuffleupagus had a hand in this.
Big Bird was the one who took out Mr. Hooper. He acted like he didn't know what death was. This is terrible. This is a really mean bit. I can't besmirch Sesame Street. I'm Big Bird, I'm sorry.
The title of this episode will be the Sesame Street Conspiracy.
Oh, no, wait, let me write this down.
That's a really good title. Big Bird dodged a bullet. No, he dodged a space shuttle.
What is a space shuttle if not a very, very big bullet?
But yes, Jay, can you explain your beautiful artwork that we have displayed for Art of the Week?
Yes.
I drew the three idiots, Max, Chrissy, and Lauren, as the iconic Hatsune Miku song Triple Baka, because Three Idiots, Triple Baka, come on, it's right there. It's right there.
You're right. You're right, it is. We need to do a Three Idiots episode soon. I miss the idiots. No, not in Japanese. Unless the episode is sponsored by Duolingo, we are not doing it in Japanese.
Triple Idiots, Des.
But yeah, no, this is
Google Translate, typing it up, tick, 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 reading it out in horrible Japanese.
Konnichiwa.
I can see nothing go wrong with that.
Reading JoJo things. Can you not hear me?
Yes, it was cut off for a second, but you're back. You're back. All good.
No, I was gonna say it's like Derek when he was trying to pronounce JoJo things with the. Hold on, I have an example. We have a soundboard that we haunt him with.
Kono Dioda.
Kono Dioda.
You can see his face on screen.
That's Joe's face, first of all. Kono Dioda.
Kono Dioda.
Kono Dioda. But yes, it is time for the Q's and the A's and the Q's.
That's true. Q's, A's, and Q's.
So do we have any on the blue sky?
We have one on the blue sky. J-Rock is always holding down the fort with the type of question that nobody else can ask like him on blue sky. Would you rather be trapped in jail with a guard who hates you or with a cellmate who hates you? Oh, this is actually not as easy.
Wait, can you repeat that?
Would you rather be trapped in jail with a guard who hates you or with a cellmate who hates you? So you definitely are stuck in jail with somebody who hates you, and I assume everybody else is neutral in each scenario.
That's
Yeah,
that's good.
on the one hand, there's a person who has a clear power imbalance working in their favor, and in the other scenario, somebody you are stuck with 24/7. Hey Jay, guest, you go first.
This is a good one.
That is a
I
really
might have to
tough
go with the guard specifically because if it's the cellmate who hates me and I'm stuck like sleeping with him 24/7, I don't think I'm gonna be comfortable sleeping. He might do something to me.
Yeah, talking prison, that's true. Depending on what it is. Maybe it's making bad jokes online prison. So we all three are at risk of ending up there, I assume. So our cellmate would also be guilty of making bad jokes online. So they might not be too dangerous. Except for making bad jokes. And probably at your expense if they hate you.
That's
Okay,
still
then.
a gamble that I'm not going into.
Yeah.
Guard, please.
Fair.
Well, okay.
You got a different take? You are the contrarian?
Yes, I have watched Orange is the New Black because I know
still
I'll
have
be in a
to.
women's prison.
Is it good?
It's very good.
Oh, okay.
It's very good. Sometimes I can't recommend it.
It's brilliant, but you cannot watch it.
But it is good. It is good. But especially if you want to get really angry. Let's see. But no, I'm gonna choose having the cellmate who hates me. Because you know what? What's a more catty place than prison? If this one cellmate hates me, but I am the most charismatic person in prison, it'll be a bunch of people against that person. You know, every hero needs an enemy. You know, it'll be part of my character development. Also, if I'm a person of good behavior, you know, we're not talking about a high security prison here. I didn't do a murder. You know,
Again,
like
bad jokes online.
yes. And if I'm a good cosmic, you know, the guards may like me, and I feel like it would be easier to protect myself from the cellmate than a guard because the guard can get away with shit because they run the place, you know. But you know, the cellmate can get, you know, punished just as much as I can. So I think I would rather pick the cellmate. Also, the guard can easily extend my sentence because they could be like, oh, you know, they can't go on parole. They're still dangerous. You know, they can make me stay in there longer. The prisoner can't do that. So I'm gonna go with the cellmate.
Okay. I will go with the guard again.
Okay.
Because it's mostly like yeah, I'm not. I'm rebellious against authority. I do not fear or respect authority. So then I can just make fun about the guard with my cellmate behind their back. That's my
There
plan
you
of
go.
prison. That is my version of prison.
Well, there you go. Man, this question is just kind of sad because both end up.
I think the correct answer is I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah, I think the correct answer is don't go to jail. Okay.
Or make friends
Here's-
with everybody once you are there.
Look, I could be the most popular person in prison. I think that's a great concept for a show. But no. The next question is from Thanos did everything wrong.
Ted Lasso goes to prison. Spin-off series.
Yeah, there you go. But so from Thanos did everything wrong. Ask Awkward. It's hater time.
Oh boy.
Which evil villainous character do you think gets underhated by the fandom and story? Oh, I have my answer.
I think it's underhated. Does your character purr on occasion?
Yes.
You're objectively wrong.
No, Catra. Catra in the She-Ra Princesses of Power specifically. Everyone is too fucking nice about her. She is a well-written character. But no one hates her enough for the genuinely abusive shit that... No one likes to acknowledge the genuinely abusive shit that she does.
But she's a hot furry chick.
That doesn't excuse anything! I'm hot! If I murdered someone, you would blame me!
You just destroy the universe once and suddenly you're underhated.
She's an EBDB. She's a Scrimblo Blimblo.
No, she is not a Scrimblo Blimbo! Like, my god! Here's my thing. I don't even think maybe it's underhating. I think people just need to acknowledge... It's under-acknowledged. Like, I would be fine if people would be like, yeah, she's terrible, she's awful, she did all these awful things. If she was a real-life person, probably wouldn't like her. But I'm trash, so I like her. It's the fact that no one just real being like, she's trash, so I'm trash, so I don't care that she's a bad person. Like, at least be upfront about it, man. At least be upfront that you're garbage. But no, the Catra is a fantastically written character. She's not a good person. But everyone acts like she was this... She's a fucking, what do you call it? It's not weeb, wooby. Like, they act like she's been this wooby since the beginning. It's like, no, she's not! Just because she was hurt does not negate the fact that she also hurt people. Hurt people. That doesn't negate how bad she is. Garbage, all of you. Garbage.
Max?
Sadly, I don't have a character that comes this snappy out of that's.
Well, I've had this
speech,
anger for years.
I know.
She had this one in the holster. She was ready for it.
No, it's a good question, and with more thinking about it, this would make a great topic for a rant, but I don't have a really strong one right away. So my scapegoat has to be Loki, MCU Loki, because similar to Catra, he does real shit. Like, what he does to Manhattan in the first Avengers movie. I don't even... Did the body count ever get expressed on it? Not really. We just see when the Avengers successfully help people, but their entire building's getting smashed. So I dare to say there is a little bit of a body count, but because Tom Hiddleston is so fucking charismatic... And
what murder?
Exactly.
What murder?
Yeah. And he gets a little bit like smashed back and forth by the Hulk. This is a funny way to knock him down, and therefore everything is pseudo forgiven. And he gets his own TV show where he is a hero. I mean, that part. I mean, give me a female Ayn Wye and all bets are off. But
fucking, we also, if we went by mythology Loki, he would just kiss himself as
absolutely. Himself. Or as a horse.
Or as a horse, or a goat, or,
and get pregnant
anything.
and get children.
Exactly. Loki's a bit of a freak.
Yeah. But no,
I respect that.
But given the shit he pulled, like, he also got, he's far too well loved, again, to the point where he just need one sappy montage of what he went through after that movie, and everybody is like, no, we accept his redemption for the TV show. Let's now roll with him as a good guy from here on out. All cool.
But
I mean, I like the show, but
Max,
still.
But Max, he's hot and charismatic.
Exactly.
So what? So what? You know,
He isn't even a
just
furry cat girl. How am
He's
I
just a little
supposed?
guy.
You could say the
he
same thing about Catra.
He could transform into furries if he
Okay,
wanted
okay,
to.
okay. Now we're back on board. Anyways, Jay, what's yours?
This one is a bit of a toughie. The only
Oh,
one.
dog girl. Yeah, that's tricky.
The antagonist that came to mind currently would be the antagonist of Part 7 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, President fucking Valentine.
Oh yeah.
I have to admit, I cannot with a single cell of my body hate this person.
Because you don't know
Well,
them.
I have no fucking clue
you-
who you're talking about.
He's the president of the United States. Everyone's like, oh no, Valentine was right all along. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong. He's just trying to, help his country. He's trying to make a better future for America. He also does bad SA things with minors. And it's like, okay, that's a thing that Araki does in order to show you that a person's supposed to be really bad. He either has them abuse dogs or sexually assault people.
It's well,
It's like if you don't want a fridge but still wanna bring a similar effect to the show, I take it.
yeah, basically.
That's how you know this person's a bad person. You see that?
That's how they made Dr. Light into a bad guy.
Don't be
people
saying
who
that with
don't-
water in my mouth.
No, guys, don't worry. Just it's fine, It's perfectly fine that Dr. Light's on Teen Titans. It's okay. It's okay. He's on the kids show.
It's fine. It was one comic thing. He hasn't done that again, I think.
Hey, look, just don't be a Green Lantern and open your refrigerator. Oh, but no, you know what? I have one more, and I think it'll be more agreeable because it's not a furry chick. Moon Butterfly in Starverse is near the end. I don't think it's acknowledged enough how much she royally fucked up by by being like, hey, I'm gonna usurp everything my daughter is doing to try to unify these worlds by giving the mentally unstable person fucking god powers. Because, oh no, now my daughter has destroyed magic and severed all these universes, but hey, now we just don't have cheek marks and we're all happy and I can give advice to Eclipse on where to send her kid to school. And it's like, what the fuck? Star should not have forgiven you. At all. You should have been cut off, no contact, completely. Star being like, hey, Mom, you messed up. We'll get through it. We're all together. It's like, no!
I mean, we agree that this entire show is underhated, so
Look,
it
if we
started
just
good
stop-
and interesting and promising.
If we just stop at the coronation of Eclipso, the show is good. If we just stop there. And the rest of the show didn't happen.
But it
But
keeps
no.
going.
It kept going. It kept going, and then it got rid of its continuity supervisor, which is never a good idea. But yes, next question.
All yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Odie. So we have from A Taco 2. Ask Awkward. Inspired by Bad Movie Time. Ayn Wye, it's best if you don't ask what was watched. Well, you found out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, spoiler alert. We got it.
What is an objectively bad movie you are fully willing to die on a hill defending? Like, you fully understand it's objectively bad, but you have many more points to argue for it that it's just, I watched it with the right headspace or right time, rose-tinted glasses. Can be one you watched as a kid, or one you watched much older and knew from the start it was bad. Give your most hot take movie for this. So, essentially, I will die on this hill that this movie is amazing even though it is bad.
Yes.
Oh, that's a. I
It's
mean,
a beautiful question. I love the question, but once again, being put on the spot.
okay. I have a movie. I have a movie, and I will argue it is actually a good movie, and people are just fucking blinded,
mean,
and they're sheep.
This is promising. Yes, please continue. This is the
Euro
mindset you should.
Trip.
Is it even
Euro
a bad
Trip.
movie?
All right, sell me on this.
Eurotrip actually has really low reviews and everything. It's not
Really?
regarded as a good movie. Yeah, like,
I
hold
would-
on, let me...
I would say in its genre, it's the best that exists.
Eurotrip has a 46% on Rotten Tomatoes. And it was basically, it was like really... and also underperformed at the box office. It was a bomb critically and box office-wise. Now... And you know, because everyone compared it to
American Pie.
fucking American Pie. American Pie is not a good movie. I will die on that hill. American Pie just started a genre of movies that got subsequently better, and Eurotrip is the best example of these movies. We peaked with Eurotrip. But we decided, no, we're just going to continue making American Pie movies. How many times can someone do something at Bandcamp? But no, I love Eurotrip. And not just because it has a great drinking game that I do every St. Patrick's Day. No, it is just a fantastic fucking movie. Everyone is funny in it.
Well, except maybe not the Italian guy. Where we see him.
It's crazy that that's Fred Armisen. I did not realize that was him. He has played every race. But, like, no, this movie is so good. Scotty Doesn't Know is the best song on the planet.
Oh, it's raw.
Agreed.
And, my god, it's just... It's a raunchy, fun movie that I don't feel bad about liking. Because there's just some stuff in American Pie I kind of be like, ugh, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, there are the two twins making out right now.
I mean, they treat it like it's not a good thing to happen in this movie.
Is that the Great Zoo?
Basically. This movie is almost a cartoon with how stupid it is. And it has one of my favorite... look, I don't like the stereotypical jokes people make about Germany and their wacky adventures in the 1940s. But there's a scene in Eurotrip where they go to
there it is!
Yes! I assure you, that whole scene is one of the funniest scenes in the movie.
And this scene is cut out in the German version.
Yes, it is. But it is so fucking funny. And also actually got, like, real actors from the places that they went, like, or, you know, if there's a fictional area, the area they are parroting. Like, all the German characters are played by German soap opera actors and stuff, which is more attention to detail than American Pie would do. American Pie just had Tara Reid. This one doesn't. This one has fucking Xena Warrior Princess in it. I'm going to pick that one. And more people need to watch Eurotrip. We need a resurgence of Eurotrip. I love this movie so much. I am so mad that, like, fucking the guy who played Cooper just did not have a career after this movie. And that makes me sad. But yeah, so that is mine. Eurotrip, I will die on the hill defending.
But we're supposed to pick bad movies and defend them.
Look, I am taking this as that it could be that the general public perception is that it's a bad movie. Because objectively, it's not regarded as a fresh movie. There were a lot of bad reviews about the movie. Some people said it was just a ripoff of American Pie and raunchy schlock. You don't know the half of it. So, you know, I just think that this one was judged too harshly.
You got one, Jay?
The movie that I will be defending.
Ooh.
I've told Chrissy about this and how I suggested we should watch this sooner or later. Good old motherfucking Mac and Me.
Ooh.
You know Mac and Me, Max?
I mean, just like Master of Disguise, I know it from my days when I was still watching every Nostalgia Critic. So I know it by reputation just as well. Fun fact, by the way, Nostalgia Critic had so many things to say about that fart joke in Master of Disguise. This was basically
Yeah.
the thing that left the best impression with him as well. Best being relative.
I mean, the best character in the movie, objectively, is Data from from Star Trek, because he is genuinely just a great actor. So, like,
But yeah,
I
Mac and
can't
me
hate
just
him.
look at the puppetry.
What are you talking about?
What
You
am I
don't want
thinking
him
of?
going to
Oh,
McDonald's and
ooh.
enjoying a Coca-Cola?
Ooh, but the puppet. The puppet.
He is beautiful. You need to watch this movie. Look at that beautiful face full of wonder. Put him on the screen.
I'm working
Put
on
this
it.
child
I'm
on the
working
screen.
on it.
I'm trying to find a picture of him and his family, because I think the adult puppets of Mac and Me is more disturbing.
Look at him.
This movie is so weird. There's just a whole ass scene where like a supermarket gets bombed because he's in the building.
Yes. I think like
Oh, come on,
its
this family's
most famous
probably in the
clip,
trailer.
and that's because Conan for some reason likes replaying this clip,
There's
is
the
the one where
family.
the main character in the wheelchair just falls down a fucking cliff.
Okay, so why are you defending this movie?
Because it's actually funny. It's great. The main character is in a wheelchair, so there you go. That's your representation, and it's pretty decent representation at that. It's just a nice, loving moment. It's like E.T., except fucking you don't want to watch E.T. because
It's E.T., but it has a Coca-Cola sponsorship.
E.T., except they go to McDonald.
Yeah. Also, hi, Eddie. Thank you for the fact that there are 9 American Pie movies, which is so much more than I realized. I thought there were only like 4.
Too many.
Nothing should have 9 installments of movies. Oh, but yeah, I need to add Mac and Me to a bad movie night poll. I
Please,
need
it's
to.
happening.
I mean, objectively, the puppets aren't that bad. They're just gross looking, which is not inherently an insult. Because, like, let's be real, E.T.'s not a great looking character, but it's a good puppet.
Are we going to get the wheelchair moment?
I mean, you just had the wheelchair guy in the
Exactly.
middle of traffic.
Do we get the
and
everybody's
it-
just like
and it-
staring and waiting?
Yeah!
It's also, yeah, there you go, explosion. It's also very important to note that if you watch Mac and Me, you have to watch the international version, not the American version, because the American version cuts out a moment where a cop shoots a kid.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Like you have to watch the not German version of Eurotrip.
Exactly. But yes, so mine is Eurotrip, Jay is Mac and Me, and Max's is... There has to be a movie
I was
you
about to
Come
say.
on.
I was about to say. I have such shitty taste that there is probably half the movies that I like are objectively bad movies, and I just don't realize.
I would say there has to be something from especially your college years where you're like,
Maybe.
come on.
I mean, is Cruel Intentions considered a bad movie? Probably.
Wait, let me
didn't-
see the...
Probably
let me
didn't
look at
age
public...
too well.
Here's the thing, my brain keeps putting Cruel Intentions and replaces it with Basic Instinct. Because they're...
That's a very different one.
54% on Rotten Tomatoes. So, not great.
All right. Okay. I mean, I guess I can then go with Cruel Intentions because, I mean, I haven't rewatched it, so take this with a little bit of salt, grain of salt, for, oh god, at this point, I guess decades. But I did have it. I had it before I had it on DVD somehow, I believe. they had it actually on a VHS. I don't know. I have watched this
I
movie.
mean, it was in 1999. It was probably on VHS.
Yeah, I know that I definitely had the DVD later on and watched it so many times. I dare to say that in my later teenage years, 50% of my personality, not just later teenage years, I remember that I developed, and basically it's still kind of going to this day, my personal love for black trench coats comes from this movie. Even though he wears technically a very short one, but I originally didn't find short ones. But and to this day, I'm like, smartphones are nice, but I could have a flip phone. I never had a flip phone like Sebastian.
Flip phones are great. There's just something satisfying
like,
when you're
click.
done with the conversation. Just
Yeah. And no, now the question, if this is a valid argument beyond, I was just in the headspace at a time, saying you that it was a very fundamental making me the person I am today influence in my life, that it is probably one of my core memories, speaking inside out lingo.
I mean, it obviously resonated with people enough that it is a franchise at this point. Like, they made
Yeah, but it also was a remake to begin with.
well, yes, I mean, not a remake, it's a retelling.
Or
It's not
retelling, yeah. That's a fair
yeah.
point.
Because it's a retelling of a book.
Yeah, but I mean, the movie, it has style. I mean, I dare to say this is still true to this point. It has fucking style.
It does.
It does. It's very sexy. I mean, what's the actor's name? I mean, we have Reese Witherspoon. We have
Elma Blair, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Ryan Felipe.
Yeah, Ryan is then the one that Reese actually married, right?
I think so. Yes.
That's a fun thing. They actually, from that movie, this toxic couple actually hooked up over it and got married.
Yes.
Don't think
he was her. No, I mean 1999 to 2007.
8 years for a Hollywood marriage.
For a Hollywood, I mean, we say that Sarah Michelle Gellar has been married to Freddie Prinze Jr. for like 20 years. So,
Who was all that
but
movie?
yeah, but I mean,
Sarah Michelle Gellar was such a. Nerds all over the 90s. She was like with Buffy and what, she was a sex icon of a generation.
She is. I mean, she was. I mean, What You Did Last Summer, Scream 2, Cruel Intentions. So that's like 97, 99, and then you get like a thing to the younger 2000s babies with Being Daphne. There's a lot of people who love her from Being Daphne. So Buffy. She's a nerd's dream girl.
She is, and I was certainly part of the target demographic. So the style, the sexiness of it, I dare to say, is timeless. So again, keeping in mind that it is a movie from the late 2000s, so there are certain aspects about. Mostly, I guess, a depiction of women and sexuality in general, because
I mean, it's a 1999, about to enter the new millennium, sexy retelling of something that's French into an American thing. That is just a fucking recipe to have things that don't age well.
I know. But yeah, if you keep that in mind, I mean, now I'm curious. Now I guess I have to rewatch it to see if I then have to come back on the show next week and be like, guys, give me some ketchup and some sriracha sauce. I have something to eat. My words from last week. But for the moment, I dare to say. She has. I'm looking stuff up.
No. I'm looking at the reception for the movie, and I love this one snippet of a review of Charles Taylor of Salon.com described the film as the dirtiest-minded American movie in recent memory, and honestly, corrupt, entertaining picture is never anything to sneeze at. it went in so many directions. I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
But yeah, I guess next question.
No, there you go. I'm surprised that you got. I'm getting to the question. I'm surprised that Cruel Intentions was the black trench coat thing when you. This was also the era of like Matrix and Donnie Darko.
I know.
But Cruel Intentions is the.
And everybody on the schoolyard called me Matrix Man because of my black trench coat. But no, it never was Matrix. I mean, I liked the Matrix, it was also cool, but it was Cruel Intentions who originally got me hooked on this.
I got my first trench coat because of Donnie Darko.
Here's the funny thing. I have a DVD of Donnie Darko, but there were trench coats in Donnie Darko? I just remember the rabbit mask.
But no, there we go. Okay, next question from Devils in the Details Prince. This is going to be highly experimental, but it should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
You go to sleep like normal, but when you next wake up, you are now the main character of the very last media or show or even book that is a media enigma. The very last media that you have recently consumed. How screwed or overjoyed would you be? Yeah, how screwed or overjoyed would you be, and how would you resolve said problem from said media? I would not. First of all, I'm canceling out the last part of that question. I don't think I would solve things. I'm living this life.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So, what are our last medias?
That's a great question.
I'm a woman now?
Oh my,
yeah,
what did you watch?
Was the last thing you watched the honey thing?
Yeah, I told you I was watching it before I came in the call.
Well, there you go.
Well,
so you are an Asian woman now, Jay.
But you are in. Wait, are you the? Oh, you are the protagonist of that media, right? That
Yes, you are. You are the protagonist.
So yeah, you are Cutie Honey. You yourself are now Cutie Honey. So how screwed or not screwed do you consider your situation?
Not really screwed. I could just ignore the bad things going on. Like shit, I'm just gonna go get something to eat. I can just be me. I'm gonna walk around. Oh, what's that? Robbery going on? Shit, that's crazy. Shit. I'm closing my eyes to that.
Not even using your new powers. Just like, wow, that sucks, man.
I don't need to use it. Nope. Is that happening to me? Nope. Wow, that's crazy. I'll call the police. Good luck with that, man.
That Cutie Honey movie starring Jay in the main role.
It's significantly boring.
Will be a slightly different genre altogether. It would just be slice of life. So the robbery happens, Jay calls the police, and then moves on, and we follow him around, or her, or whatever the situation then is. I mean, you are then an Asian woman, so I guess her.
Yes.
What's that? My uncle got kidnapped? Wow, that's crazy. I do not see that. I'm looking away.
It suddenly
what
turns
about you?
into a slice of life. Well, mine also happens to be my media, since the last thing I have consumed media-wise before this show was the season finale of Heartbreak High. So, I would be...
How screwed are you?
Very,
God.
because I'm queer at a very hormonal high school. I get screwed all the time. But no, yeah, I would be a lot less straight for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Even more eccentric in questionable ways. I would be a teenager in my late 20s. But still passing relatively okay. In the first season, we didn't question it so much. In the second season, we were a little bit like, you see, they are not really teenagers, do you? And then we looked up the ages and went down that rabbit hole. Yeah, I mean, given that most of those kids have issues and go through some really, really fucked up shit, I believe I will be screwed in more ways than one. Like, my actual teenage experience was, I mean, it was pretty chill, so that would be a pretty crude awakening.
Yeah. So mine is interesting because it is
Okay.
just the last media you watched, you get transported into like thing, you become the main character. So the last piece of media I consumed was the live performance of Dare with when the male vocalist was extremely drunk, performing it, where he's like, "It's Dare." I don't know who's the main...
live performance of Dare.
Yes, from the Demon Days live I don't know who's the main character of that story. If either I am the poor woman who's doing Noodles vocals and just trying to keep the show going. If I am Damon who has to walk in and start doing the singing because the guy is so drunk he's not doing it in time. Or if I am Sean Ryder, extremely drunk. And at one point, because I watched it, he almost pulls out a blunt to smoke on stage, and the female vocalist snatches it away from him so he doesn't light up a blunt on this recorded performance.
That guy was just living the life.
Did he though? Did he? I mean, he did, but he kind of like also messed up an otherwise pretty awesome song. So
I do love watching it though, because at one point he just screams out "debit card." I don't know why, but there's one particular...
I have it, and this
Yes.
is the low light of the entire concert. It's hard to
There
watch.
There is one really funny part though, where he's like, "It's coming up, it's coming up, it's dead!" Like he's doing like a surprise. Like, what were you gonna do there, Sean? And then there was a point where Damon is just singing it, and he's just like waiting for Damon to sing "It's Dare," and then he screams "It's Dare" right afterwards. It's like, okay, now you're just fucking with the guy now. So, I guess I'm the main character of that story, whoever you want to interpret it to be. I think everyone is screwed in this situation, but in different ways. Because if I'm the female vocalist, I'm screwed because my co-star is a shithead. If I'm Damon, I'm screwed because this performance is going on DVDs and this is going to be the low light. If I'm Sean Ryder, I'm screwed because this is what people will remember me for. And if I'm the audience, I'm screwed because I paid money to be here.
True
So
story.
there you go.
When you
It's
said you were going to be the main
Dare!
character of Dare, I thought you meant the drug abuse resistant education. Like, how's that gonna work?
Who's the main character in that? Is that the people? Is the main character the people encouraging you not to do drugs, or the drug taker? Like,
Because in those
I think if
PS
you're the drug taker, you might be screwed sooner or later.
Because in those PSAs, the protagonist is usually the kid who gets tempted into taking the drugs before the Care Bears come in and scold him.
I was thinking of the All-Star special. It's like, wait, yeah, I don't even get to be like Slimer or Alf, the peak of the 80s. I get to be random kid tempted by Smoke Ghost.
Yeah, you're just the kid.
Can I be George Bush or the other world leaders who all individually recorded an intro for this special because that was the one thing that every world leader agreed to do? What a time. What a time to be alive. I was not alive. No, I was not alive yet. When did Cartoon All-Stars come out?
1990.
I was not alive yet. This was a before Chrissy time. A worse time, I would say.
The
So-
true Dark Ages.
The true Dark Ages. And then I was born. It got
And now-
brighter.
And now everything is better, probably.
I mean, we have very
Better than
bright
what it could
pink
have been.
hair.
Yeah, exactly. I brought in some way. Maybe I didn't bring brightness into the world. I brought saturation.
That is a statement that can definitely just... Yeah. I don't even
So
have a
we got-
snarky comeback.
So we got one last thing.
Ah.
It's an answer.
Ooh.
So from Thanos Did Everything Wrong, Ask Awkward, the answer is A 60-inch flat screen LED TV. Now, Jay, you weren't here when we started this, so sometimes our audience gives us answers, and we have to figure out what was the question. Jeopardy style. So let's see. The answer is a 60-inch flat screen TV. That's a big TV.
That is a big TV.
That is a very big TV.
Okay, I have it.
Okay, what do you think it is?
Public unrest, the looting starts. What is the object that you call your buddy over to help you carry?
Oh, that's a good answer.
I don't know where this came from. No, it's a good question. It's a good question. Stay on top of it.
I'm sorry. It's a good question, and that's a very me-flavored question to do. So, God, where do I go from here? Jay, what do you think the question is?
What are you going to be watching the world's worst movie and/or television show on?
A 60-inch LED TV. Yeah. Watch it in a fucking home movie theater.
With like 10 big speakers.
It's like was it Panasonic or THX who had like those commercials where it's like the person with the sound system and they sit in the chair with the sunglasses and they get like blown back because the speakers are so loud. Like,
Isn't this the opening of the Michael Jackson music video?
No, that is Black or White, and that wasn't that they got blown back from... They came up to yell at Macaulay Culkin, and so he raised the speakers loud, did a jam on the guitar, and it shot the chair up in the air.
Ah, yeah.
That completely different thing.
Vertical movement, not horizontal movement, my mistake.
Yes. But okay, so we have that the screen is a tool for the main thing, and yours is this is the item that you would loot or call your buddy to help loot. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with like what is a practical item that you would want to win on a game show? You know, because game shows sometimes have things like cash prizes or hey, a cruise to the Bahamas, but if we're talking about just a practical thing that you will use every day.
That's good.
You know, everyone complains about getting the kitchen set in the showcase on Price is Right, but you're gonna be using that quite a bit compared to a fucking jet ski.
I would not complain about that.
Yeah. So yeah, are you ready for the question?
Yes, and the question was, and Price is Right style, whoever has the closest question wins. Ask Awkward. What's the heaviest, most cumbersome piece of furniture you can carry during a move-out/burglary by yourself?
Damn. Max got it.
Max got the closest.
Uh,
But I like that because there was burglary attached, you got even closer because you talked about looting, but you kind of took one step back because you made the qualifier that you're calling your friend.
I'm not
but
sure
okay.
How big is a big 60-inch TV? Is the TV that I have 60 inches?
60 inches in centimeters.
You don't have to, because TVs get sold in inches even here in Germany for reasons unknown. But I just don't remember.
It's like 5 feet, so just imagine a person.
No, mine is smaller. Mine must be smaller.
Okay,
That's
but
not
we're talking about those TVs that you see in rich people houses.
That is impressive that you can carry this alone, Odie. So, congrats, good upper arm
Wait,
strength.
are you thinking that this is something that he took from personal life?
That's the thing that I was also wondering, because Odie, every other answer or question from Odie is always real life inspired.
If that's the case, why was burglary attached to it?
Well,
Odie, don't say anything without legal counsel.
Awkward.
No, we were supposed to answer.
Oh, we were supposed to answer. Good thing I haven't clicked yet.
Okay, good. No, well, that's the thing. When we find out the question, then we do our own answer. Okay, so what is something that you would say is like... This sounds like the same question we got a while ago of like, what's the biggest animal you think you can feasibly fight on your own? But like, yeah,
Okay.
what is a
Carry
piece of
during-
furniture that you think that you can feasibly carry on your own? The
Okay,
biggest
that's my
one.
answer, but if other people want to go first.
Jay, you're the guest.
Unless you need inspiration.
Thinking about the stuff that I've got at my place, it would be a tie between either the table or my TV.
How big is your TV?
I don't know.
He just says 60 inches.
I was about to say, it turns out that mine is also 60 inches. Every TV is 60 inches.
Yeah, it's 61 inches. I'm cool.
You're
like,
cooler.
Mine is 69.
Probably like 42 inches, maybe.
Oh, that's still big. Okay, so here's the thing. Cumbersome also is involved, because it doesn't have to be heavy, it just has to be difficult to carry. I have a cutout of a 6'2" tall man behind me. That thing's not easy to carry, but I can do it and not break it. So I'm gonna say him. My most cumbersome piece of furniture is Egon Spengler from Ghostbusters.
Ah,
My
you
most
could've gone
cumbersome
last.
piece of furniture is a man.
He's a man. Okay, but what about you, Max?
I dare to say I can manage a queen-size mattress. Thank you very much. It will not be pretty. It will not be very elegant. It will be a lot of like pulling and pushing. But another question is, what is the biggest, heaviest thing you think you can manage? So, or carry? I mean, probably gonna. So, it will be a disaster and probably involve a lot of like trying to throw it down the staircase kind of situation. Oh no, I have to bring it back up again, don't I?
Yes.
Yep.
Again, I didn't say it will be pretty.
It'll be the most awkward burglary of the century.
True.
Ayn Wye and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random grabs. Time for awkward guests. It's the awkward. Random guests and funny gags on the awkward guests. Hard work and analysis, which you do not